Hello folks, welcome to the next chapter here in the J Cartwright Woking Challenge. Second Woking from the conference to the Champions League in 6 seasons, mate. And we're well into stage 2 here, which is the third division. I'll say well in, we've got a few games played since we last caught up in the videos. So left off after first 2 league games, which we won comfortably there. Followed that up with a 4-0, a 5-1, lost 3-1 to Brentford. So first league game over the 2 seasons that we've lost there. Bit of a disappointing one that, but bounced back with a 5-1 against Leyton Orient. So gotten back on track there. And yeah, we brought in Brian Prunty, but I think you guys seen that on the last video. So he's a good wee signing from Celtic. We've got the UEFA Cup first round draw against Lyngby here, the Danish team. So we're going to play through this UEFA Cup first round, see how we got on. Full strength team really, no injury problems at the moment, which is great. And Tiro Pentila's been doing well as captain. And Harasimovic, the Polish attacking midfielder that I pinpointed as being the man, that's what he's doing, 10 goals in 7 games. So he's going to be something very special while I can hold on to him. So there we have it, we're ready to go here against Lyngby. Didn't expect to be playing in Europe at all. Winning that FA Cup last season was just unbelievable. Never seen anything like that happen. I've won it in the... I think I've won the FA Cup playing with a team in League One before, but that's it. Won it with a few teams playing in the Championship like Man City and stuff like that, but yeah, that's just wild. So see how we got on here against Lyngby. Pretty decent draw for the first round actually. And we're 1 up through Paiva. So good start, good away goal to get there. And are we going to write another fairy tale this season with Woking? So 1 up at half time. Just a wee change at the back there, and we'll pop Derek Bryan in up front. Okay, so we're going to get another one here. Looks like we're getting the better of them here. And a big second goal for Wouter Koss. Got him to sign a new contract, so he's got that 1 million release fee now. And we'll keep hold of him unless something like that comes in. Brilliant win for Woking away from home to Danish giants Lyngby. So a good win there as well. So I've been putting in some offers for some younger players. Yeah, he's not interested though. So leave that for later. So yeah, just doing a bit of scouting so we can hopefully bring in a few players if we do get to the later stages, although we're in for this player coach guy, as he's got a fantastic coaching status, and we'll see if we can bring him in. He's going to need a work permit, but it'll be well worth it if we can get him. So we have Rushden Diamonds, Notts County, and then Lyngby. Getting some interest in Joe Paiva again, not surprisingly, because he's started off good goal scoring form again. Still young at 19 there, so I do expect to get that offer for him, although I think I've also got his release fee increased as well. No, I didn't. But you know what, a million's fine, I'll take that anyway, if that gets offered. Surprised it hasn't, because Butra went for that, and he was a wee bit older. So yeah, going to be a lot of fixtures in this season if we do get further forward in the cups. It'll be the Vans Trophy that we'll have a crack at this year, as well as the League Cup for the first time, FA Cup for the second time. So could end up being a few too many games for a club this size, so we'll see how that develops. Definitely don't want to get short on numbers as well. But looking like another good league win here. And Rushden are one of the better teams in this. I think they start out with a fair bit of money at the start of this game, which is a bit random, but a lot of people tend to play with Rushden. So that's a wrap at 2-0. Good solid performance there. So Mustafa's delayed due to work permit. May or may not get him. He does have a few international caps, so that might help, but it's just a kind of alternative way of getting a decent coach on board. So one more game in the league, and then we'll have the return leg against Lingby. And Blackburn are starting to annoy me because they keep coming in with these offers, but don't up them. And you can see, look, my right is getting linked now, and costs. So yeah, we might get our team torn apart here by the looks of it. But Joe Piva to the ready again. So striker's easy enough to bring in, not too worried about that. It's just that they won't be able to play in Europe until the 4th round if we get that far. Red card for James when we're 3 up, that's a bit disappointing. And Joe Piva scores his 50th goal for the club. A Woking legend, but I do believe he has itchy feet and he wants to leave. Yeah, he doesn't want to negotiate a new contract, so don't have much chance of keeping him. Heads being turned by the big boys there. But that's another good league win, folks, so starting off really well. Did have that bit of a blunder against Brentford, but 7 wins from 8 games. It's pretty solid there. Top of the table, joint with Carlisle with a game in hand. Oh, but another red card. So that's going to start getting tricky. And what were these for then? Push. And a push. Right, so we don't need that. Time to get the warnings out. Another man of the match display by Harasimovic. And Redden coming in for Koss now. I gave James a warning for poor performance rather than the red card. That was a bit silly. I suppose technically it counts as a poor performance. We'll just need to get over it. Wow, Redden breaking the bank for Koss. So we need to bring in a midfielder, but possibly we'll get the work permit for Mustafa. I'm not going to bank on that though. So, going to need to try and find somebody. Paul Parrott. Kind of limited options here, I'm afraid. Scott Crab's not a bad shout. Yeah, I'll come back to that. Let's play through this European game first of all. But Koss is going to be on his way to Reading. I think I've actually got a young player, a youth player here, Ingram. Might as well just pop him into the top team for now. Why not? So, good price to get for Koss there, £1 million. It was his release clause, I couldn't do anything about that. He wouldn't have signed another new contract, having just done that. So we'll pop this wee guy Ingram into the senior team. He came through the youth team last season and may as well hold on to them for now. But we'll pop Elder Rosario in there and Anderson in the midfield. So that's not too much of a downgrade there. But we'll have a look for someone in between the videos there. So here we go, we've got a 2-0 advantage against Lyngby. And looks like we're going to make it count. Good debut goal for Anderson. And Prunty pops up, so the Scottish connection there. Taking it to Lyngby here. Good solid first half performance. Let's hope we don't get any more of these red cards in the second half. Yeah, but Prunty's looking really solid there, so it's good getting him in for 26k, I think it was. What I don't want to do is sell any more than 4 players, or actually 3 players from my first 11, because I can only register another 4 at a push if we do get, past the third round, but we'll talk about that if it's actually necessary. We've got AAK, Greek team in the second round. That's not a bad draw as well. Could certainly get a tougher team than that. I mean, I'm not saying we'll be favourites or anything, but it's a decent wee draw. So there we have it, folks. So wrap this video, make this one 15 minutes. We'll just come back and I'll just do the videos in sync with the UEFA Cup run. So yeah, we're trotting along nicely, top of the league there. The Woking Challenge, mate, coming along nicely, completed it, mate. And hopefully we'll get offered a job in the England setup before too long. Cheers, folks.